So hello everyone, Grosey here, welcome back. Today we've got another episode of the Unhuntables podcast series with Christopher.
Hello, you didn't give me a warning we were going to start then. I'd probably sat there like a proper sour look on my face at the start of that.
I was going to say, are you ready? But I sort of just assumed you were. The silence was all I needed.
I'm not normally the one that's delaying the start of these recordings, Gracie, so don't worry about me.
What we're doing in this video is searching through £20 in 2p coins. The video will be sped up, so you don't have to obviously watch the more of that. Whilst that's ongoing, we're going to be discussing the new definitive coins that have been released. And sort of seeing what we like about them, what we don't like. Go back and watch Christopher's episode as well if you haven't done that, because we talk more generally about the definitive coins, a few other bits and bobs, whether they're going to be circulated, what we think, etc. But yeah, should we just go through the different denominations and see what we think about them?
I'm just bringing them up. There we go. I'm ready. I'm ready.
I'll give myself more editing to do by saying I will put a picture of each one on the screen as we go. And also, if you want to know what 2Ps we're looking for, details of that will be in the description as well, so I'll give up on doing the annotations. Cool. Where would you like to start? Should we start with £2 or 1p and work our way up or work our way down?
I think work our way. I don't know. I can't think.
Naturally, I was going to start on the top and work down, so start with the £2.
Okay.
Should we do that?
Can do.
Okay, so the £2 coin. What are your thoughts? It's sort of like a what's the word?
Reimagining of
reimagination of the pound
Crown
coin.
of Nations.
Yeah.
The £2 coin, I really like it. It's one of my favourite designs, and what I like about it specifically is that it does celebrate all the different parts of the UK, because I think there's lots of places in the UK that get forgotten on our coins, so especially Northern Ireland, Wales, Scotland as well. If you look at the old round pound coins, there's lots of designs that celebrate all the different parts of the UK, and very few now that celebrates all the different parts, and so that's what I like about this set and about this coin specifically.
Yeah, I just like the way it sort of fills the whole space on the design really well. The whole space on the coin, it fills the whole canvas, and it's quite a nice balanced coin. It doesn't, in a way, sometimes the designs can feel a bit off balance in a way. It's hard to explain, but for example, I find that with the holograms on some of the 50p's, it sort of makes the design look a bit off balance, but I think it works really well. I think it looks really, really nice.
A really pretty design. Really like it.
Yeah, definitely. Up next, we've got the pound coin.
With 2 Bs, non-specified different types of Bs.
2 Bs. Now, I think with this, I like the design as well, but to me, again, it feels like there's a lot of empty space.
I don't know. I think it's quite nice. Maybe if there was the sort of a what is it, hexagons? That's what they make their hive out of, those little shapes. If there was a textured hexagonal background to it, it would look kind of cool.
Yeah. I mean,
now that we've seen the second one, on the left-hand side of with the £1 and the 3 interlocking Cs, I like that style carries throughout the whole set. It makes it feel more of a definitive because there is that running flow.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with that. I like the way that it's all consistent, and that it all kind of links together. Yeah, I definitely like that. I like the fact that the font is consistent as well. That's something that I didn't particularly like about the new pound coin, was the fact that the font on it was completely different, where it says £1. But bees I think are very nice.
Yeah.
It's also weird seeing so we've seen the £2 and 50p for the king effigy, but we haven't seen any other denominations yet. But I think that it looks really, really nice. So that's cool. 50p. What do you make of that?
I think it's cool. I think it's not the not my favourite design out of the whole set. These are leaping salmon. Lots of people have commented that although they are animals that are representative animals that are in the wider UK, that there are some quintessentially British characters, foxes and hedgehogs, badgers that don't feature on them. So I don't know. I quite like the fact that they have specifically picked creatures from different parts of the UK, rather than just ones that are featured in the minds of people that maybe will just be English animals.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've never had anything to do with the Atlantic salmon, in the sense that.
What do you mean you've never had anything to do with the Atlantic
In the sense
salmon?
that, like, it's not like an animal that I'd even considered, or it's not like a lot of people have like a favourite animal or an animal they immediately think of. It's just.
So let us know in the comments if
Hadn't
the
crossed my mind.
Atlantic salmon is your favourite animal.
Well, I'd never had anything to do with it. Yeah, there's probably a better way of explaining that, but
If you've had something to do with the North Atlantic salmon, then we want to hear from you.
yeah. But it's interesting that and also the Four Nations ones are the ones that are going to be primarily turning up in our coin hunts, as well as obviously
yeah.
the Tempe, which we'll get onto in a moment. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I mean, the reason why I say that is perhaps of all of the animals, I would have preferred to have like a squirrel or something on the 50p's that we're going to be finding very often. But yeah, anyway, a salmon is what it is. And then the 20p. Oh, actually, just something else I wanted to mention as well. What is also quite interesting is that we're going back to having like, do you know on the shield where the top of the coin is like the orientation is like a shield,
pointy top and
pointy
flat
top, pointy bottom. Yeah, we're going back to pointy top, flat bottom.
Okay, if that makes you happy, Grosey, that's all that matters.
Didn't say it made me happy. It's just an observation. But yeah, that's cool. And then we've got the puffin. I think the puffin looks really, really cute.
Yeah, it's a cool design. I do quite like it. I think it's cool to it. Like I said, it's only the third design we've had on the 20p piece. Since obviously its introduction in 1982, so it's a long time where we haven't only had the two different designs. So it's going to be very strange with some of the coins, the 2p, the penny, the 20p, for the first time to see a brand new design since the shield design. And like I said, only the third design we've seen it. Whereas 50p's, £2 pound coins, we've seen other designs on them. Well, not specifically the 12-sided pound coin, but the pound coins before that.
Yeah, definitely. I think the only thing that I'm slightly concerned about with the 20p is on the 20, the 2 and the E, where it bridges across onto the higher and the lower portion, the inner bit and the outer bit, whether that will look good in real life.
Oh, that's going to be the next big error coin that's worth £1 million, isn't it? Because they'll be slightly offset. There'll be a slight gap between the left and the right, and people are going to put them on eBay for £8 bazillion.
But it seems like the wings and the tail of the puffin have been sort of blended to be all in one, but there's quite a distinctive border between the. Do you see what I mean? Or maybe that's just on the graphic, and actually in person they will just be on like. Do you see what I mean? It will just be all level.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll have to see about that. But no, generally speaking, the puffin I'm happy with. I like that one. Next we've got the capercaillie. Is that what it's called?
Capercaillie. That's what I've.
Capercaillie.
That's how David Attenborough pronounced it on the documentary. I searched through YouTube trying to find a reliable source to pronounce the name of it, because that was not what I was going to say. But yeah, capercaillie is what David Attenborough says. So if that's the wrong way to say it, you can take it up with David Attenborough, not with me.
Okay, let's look it up on Google. Okay, so pronunciation on Google says capercaillie.
Oh, David Attenborough's wrong. I've trusted him. I trusted him.
But anyway, yeah, it's not capercaillie. Whatever I said.
Capercaillie.
Capercaillie.
Is that like capercaillie?
Something like that.
I must admit, I'd never heard of this animal up until
Neither had I. That's
coin came out.
Yeah, that's why I think it's like cool having the definitives as that, like, because it makes
teaches you
like,
things.
Yeah, I'd never heard of it either. I thought it was like some sort of like peacock or something.
It looks almost pheasanty, doesn't it?
Yeah, some sort
of. It's the world's largest grouse, and there are some that live in Scotland. Although they, as with many of these creatures, they're struggling with damages to the environment of their habitats. I don't think they are ultrally endangered species, but at threat if the steps aren't taken to preserve their where they live, the locations, the land. And I think it's quite cool because the King Charles III has been interested in environmental issues, climate change, since way before it was the cool thing to be into. So it's quite nice that that's reflected in his first definitive coins.
Definitely. And again, we'll start seeing those in the 10p hunts as well.
5
5 pence. I think it works really well. It's a nice, simple
Yeah.
nice design. It gives me vibes of the German Euro coppers with the
Yeah, well,
acorn.
do you think the oak tree acorns they are well used items of not heraldry, but you know what I mean, in the minds of people in their countries. The oak tree is the great mighty oak. Obviously, many countries are going to be using it, but no, I think you've
Yeah,
got to be conscious with the 5p. It's going to be such a small coin as well that there might be some loss of the detail. So a nice, clean design is warranted on the 5p.
yeah. But apart from that, I think that looks really cool.
Mm-hmm.
2p. I like that a lot.
Oh,
Yeah.
my favourite. My favourite.
I do think it looks really nice, doesn't it?
But that's why it can't have been on the 50p Grosey, otherwise it'd look like a grey squirrel. Whereas
Yeah,
on the
that's
copper
true.
coin,
That
it
makes
looks
sense.
it does look like
Yeah.
it does look like a red squirrel.
Yeah, no, it makes sense, to be fair. It's just a shame that the 2p is probably the least likely to be circulated.
I don't know. It was an IFC last year. It might mean that there's a chance we'll get to see some this year.
That's true, but it was also an IFC in 2020 and 2019 and 2018.
Yes, they haven't minted them, so there's going to be less in the long store of these.
But that was the denomination they said they wouldn't need for 10 years.
Yeah.
And they only made the ones in 2021 because of the staycations, everyone going on holiday in the UK
Yeah.
as opposed to abroad
True.
with the pandemic.
So if you want the red squirrel out in circulation, you need to start keeping some 2p
That's
coins
it. You
en
gotta,
masse.
if you go down to your arcade and get
Go
as
to the
many 2p's
arcade,
as possible
fill
and
your
burn
pocket.
them. No,
Burn them? You can't tell people to do that, Grosey. Goodness
Yeah.
gracious.
disclaimer: don't take this video for any advice. Don't actually burn them.
But no, I really like the 2p coin. I think it's a stunning design. I'm very excited to get my hands on one.
Definitely. I mean, maybe we could find one of this 2p hunt. You never know.
Yeah, well, that's if.
I mean, we don't check dates on bags, do we, Christopher? Wouldn't
That's
want to
very, it's very
spoil the
true.
surprise.
But I will eat both of my shoes if I find a new definitive 2p coin in this 2p hunt.
There we go.
And I'll upload that as in the next Unhuntable, me just eating a shoe.
Oh, what about? Okay, you have to do. If we find one, you have to film the next Unhuntables series. I don't know, on the toilet or something stupid like that.
You have a weird mind, Grosey.
Or I was going to say in the bath.
On the
but
toilet.
I was going to say in the bath, but I think I've seen plenty of people do it in the baths before.
I'll sit in my shower.
You sit in the shower, yeah, that's a good idea.
Sit in the sink. Record the video.
And then the final one is the penny.
It is the cutest of all of them. I think it's a really, really pretty design.
I think it is. A bit like I said in your part of the video series, is that I'm just a little concerned that the tail and the head are going to sort of merge into one on the actual coin and it will look like a big blob.
I did show my dad the designs, and he was like, "Oh, what? That I like the owl." I was like, "The owl? What? Which one?" And that was the penny he was looking at. But
Yeah.
I think we'll reserve judgment until we've got it in our hands to actually compare and contrast. Because the problem is, even like a proof coin, or the designs are more the different parts of the designs are more crisper on a proof coin. So it's got to be at least a BU coin to compare to see whether it's going to work or not.
Yeah, no, definitely. But yeah, I just had a thought as well. They don't have a definitive £5 coin, do they?
Oh, you haven't done the halfpenny either, Grosey.
What are you talking about?
The halfpenny, the new definitive halfpenny.
Oh, what's that then?
You just scroll a bit further down and you'll find it.
Scroll a bit further down. No?
Oh, there you go.
What are you talking about?
Just winding you up, Grosey. Don't worry.
Right. Yeah, but it'd be cool if they did do a definitive £5 coin as well. To be fair, like they could come up with something.
Yeah, I guess so. They're like it's not getting circulation, so there's no need for one.
Yeah, that's true. Anyway.
Last bit to wrap up on then, I think, is the Snowman 50p.
Oh yeah,
We've got images of it have now come into the public domain. By the time this video goes up, they should be available to purchase.
Definitely. I think it looks really nice.
Yeah, and it's especially the version with colour. I think it's a very cool choice of colours, and definitely one to contend as my favourite. I can't remember which year my favourite one was, but it was the colour on the silver proof that grabbed me, whatever particular year that was that I really liked. So
it'd be interesting to see whether they continue the 50p as a strike your own, or whether they do the Snowman for Christmas.
Yeah, but I have a feeling that the new definitive 50p is the strike your own to the end of the year. I think if they were to change it before the end of the year, it's a very short window for this definitive 50p to be the strike your own. So
Yeah.
I think this is it for the end till the end of the year. And I think as well, because when we turn into 2024, I can't believe we're talking about 2024 already. They can easily just change to the 2024 dated with no privy mark 50p.
Yeah. Without having to do a whole new sort of rerun of whatever else it may be.
But we all know I have a terrible track record at predicting what's going to happen with Strike Your Own, so whatever I've said, the opposite will happen. So
we shall see. Anyway, let's go back to the 2p coins. Thank you for joining me, Christopher. And we'll see what rarities hopefully we manage to find. Right then, so a couple of finds there. We got 2 Jersey 2p coins, which are both very, very nice. One from 1984 and one from 1987, so relatively old Jersey coins. Those are pretty cool. And then also we got this 2017, which is potentially considered a low minted year as well. But yeah, hopefully we managed to find enough coins to win. Go and check out Christopher's video as well. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.